Have you ever tried to lose weight? I know that's a personal question, but statistically speaking, the chances are pretty good that you have. When you did try to get lean, I'll bet you saw some results, but then the results didn't last. Am I right? By the way, that is not your fault. There are a lot of ideas about how to lose weight out there. Some of them are even trendy, like right now, keto is big and intermittent fasting is huge. But before that, it was paleo. Before that, it was zero carb. Before that, it was fat-free. And everybody knows somebody that's getting great results on one of these diets. The problem is that at a certain point, those diets stop working, or they're too hard to stick to, which amounts to the same thing, really. Either way, you end up right back where you started, or worse, and then you blame yourself, like there's something wrong with your ability to stick to a diet, when you should have been blaming the diet the whole time. Diets don't work. They never have. So what does work? Well, it's not a secret. As a matter of fact, the exact formula for losing weight has been known since the Harris-Benedict equation was published in 1919. It's been revised a few times to reflect our changing lifestyle, but for the most part, the exact mathematical formula for losing weight has been known for 100 years. This is a formula for figuring out how many calories that you burn every single day. And once you know that, you know exactly what you need to do to lose weight. Have you ever wished that you could just make changes to your body at will? Of course you have. Everybody has. Well, it turns out that you can. There's two parts to it, and keep in mind that what I'm about to show you is just the very first part. It's just the how-to of the whole thing, but check this out. So these are your calorie zones. These zones are based on the number that we get from the Harris-Benedict equation that tells us how many calories you are burning every single day. When you know that number, then you know where your yellow zone is. This is your yellow zone. In the yellow zone, you are taking in as many calories as you burn every single day. And in that zone, you're going to stay exactly the same. Your body will stay exactly the same. It's called homeostasis. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It means that once you get to your goal, you will stay the same if you're in the yellow zone, which is exactly what you want. But for now, let's just assume that you're trying to get lean. And that's what the green zone is all about. So in the green zone, you are taking in 15 to 30% less calories than you burn every single day. In that zone, your body will burn fat for fuel and preserve your muscle, and that's exactly what you want. Now keep in mind that if you go too far below 30%, you're going to end up in the red zone. In this red zone, your body is in survival mode. In survival mode, your body is saving every extra calorie it can, and it's burning your muscles for fuel, and that is no good. If you want to get lean, staying out of that zone is critical. Now above the yellow zone, there's another red zone. In this zone, you are taking in more calories than you're burning every single day. And every extra calorie gets stored on your body, most of it in your fat stores. So staying out of that red zone is very, very important if you're trying to get lean. And once you know your zones, you know everything you need to know to lose weight and to keep it off forever, except for one tiny microscopic little thing, which is I didn't mention anything about what it takes to get in the green zone or any strategies for staying in the green zone. Remember when I said that there are two parts to this? Well, the actual doing of it is the other part, and it turns out that that is the bigger part. Why is it so hard to lose weight? I recently polled my clients to find out what questions they thought I should answer on my blog, and that was number one, by a whole lot. Why is it so hard to lose weight? And the answer is complicated, as I'm sure you imagine it is, but let me see if I could break it down into simple terms. Basically, whenever you're trying to lose weight, you are pushing up against a whole lot of forces that are trying to prevent you from doing it. Our bodies, for one, love to be a little bit fat. Or in my case, a whole lot fat. It goes back to our evolution as a species. Basically, body fat is stored energy. So the way our bodies see it, the more stored energy we carry, the less chance that we'll starve to death if there's ever hard times. Your getting fat is your body's way of protecting you from starvation, which means that whenever you try to get lean, you're working against your body and 200,000 years of human evolution to do it. That's all. And that's just the physiological element. There's also a whole psychological component. Our beliefs, our habits, even the way food makes us feel are some of the first lessons that we learn when we were a kid. I mean, unpacking the damage that Clean Your Plate has done to generations of humans is going to take some time. Not to mention that we are constantly being bombarded by food. I mean, it is literally everywhere. And then there's alcohol and the complicated role that alcohol plays in weight loss. All of this to say that losing weight is hard. But I'm not telling you that to discourage you. Quite the opposite, actually. And I'm definitely not trying to say that you cannot lose weight, because you absolutely can. What I'm trying to say is that it's going to take some skills. Now, the good news is that they are skills that you can acquire. The better news is that once you do, you'll never have to worry about losing weight again. And the best news is that you've got me, and I've made teaching those skills my mission in life.